This is the PhD Research Bureau compiled from trade map database. Look at how divergent the lines become. This is how the imbalance is in the India-China trade relationship in US dollars, billion dollars terms. So that's really the issue. Navika, let's just go back very quickly to the main document where we were seeing the listing of the Chinese embassy.
This was not the only study in 2010. There was another study that was done, and this was also something that continues to prove the fact. Let's take a look at the next page, Nizam Bhai, and the next page says this feasibility study was crucial and was carried out by Mohammad Saqib in association with Puranchand Rao. The main objective of this was to gain a better understanding, in inverted commas, of an FTA between India and China, analyze various trade issues and net gain. The net gain. The report concluded that the trade relation between India and China were relatively very strong, but China was efficient. There is a principal need that India should improve its commodity structure to balance in performance and competitiveness. The product diversification was the minimum need for India. So just product diversification, and we could go ahead with it.
And when was this happening? In 2010, after
the MOU was signed.
The MOU was also signed to promote greater understanding. So viewers, at different levels, we have different degrees of cooperation. Now, was this bought out of the Chinese donation? We don't know, viewers, but there is certainly a very cozy arrangement, and this has been proven. If we just go back straight to the donors list of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, Navika,
that's
here,
right.
This is
the donors list. Partner organizations of the donors. They in 2005, 2006, Embassy of the People's Republic of China and donors for the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Contemporary Studies is the Government of People's Republics of China. Both are donors, and then RGICS, which is the institute, does these studies for a free trade agreement, and this is the conclusion that the free trade agreement was beneficial for India. This is how this whole thing is built. 2005, 2006, 2008. 2008 is the MOU, and 2010 is the study. Very cozy arrangement. Is there a connection between the two? Is there?
Well,
the Congress should come out and explain.
It needs to, and here it is. This is what it does. Has received a grant of US dollars $300,000 from the government of China. Now that's a lot of money, viewers. That's about, at least in those terms, more than or around 20 crores. Would it not be?
Yes.
It would be around 20 crores. My maths is very pathetic, so please do correct me if I've got it wrong.
Even if the dollar was at the rate of about 50 rupees, it was 15 crores.
15 crores. No.
This is 1 year data.
This is 1 year data. Okay.
Yeah, 2007, 2008 is about 15 crores, so 3 lakh.
And what is written here, it was decided that efforts should be made to build a corpus of US dollars 1 million by seeking financial assistance from the government of India and industry. So they were trying to put together a linkage here, make a good amount of money, and therefore I think that number, I'm being told by Hector, is not exactly the amount that I've put it at. 100,000 US dollars multiplied into 50 would be about 50 lakhs, I think. So this would be about $1.5 crore. $1.5 crore, and the idea was to build
terrible maths.
Yeah, terrible
on both
maths.
sides.
So please, yes, okay, and that's and
okay.
there are photos. Let's just go back up to the photos. That's the Chinese embassy with Congress delegates. This is at the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation annual report 2007-2008. We pulled it out. So the arrangement continues. Look, dialogue.
This is the ambassador of China,
this is dialogue with a diplomat. And there you can see the RGIS is the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation is hosting the Chinese ambassador for this big conversation. So there seems to be a lot of to and fro. Now this is understandable, viewers. No one is saying that, look, you can't have a conversation between a government and a political party. But when it comes to money, then things become a little difficult, because your government was also ruling the country, and there's always a question of the possibility of a quid pro quo. We are not saying a conflict of interest. We are not saying that it might have been, but it points to something.
But look at this: 2005 donor, 2007, 2008 again there is money that is exchanging. 2008 there is an MOU. MOU details nobody in this country
and
knows.
you've got a good established rapport with the Chinese. This is 2007 and 8, so this would have been the
and 2008 August.
Absolutely.
The MOU is signed, and then 2010 the studies are conducted.
MOU in November of 2008.
No, August 7th.
Okay, August 7th,
7th,
2008, and it just shows how, you know, there is a great deal of cordiality. Now, I'm not saying
even during Doklam standoff.
Even during Doklam standoff, there is this cordiality. Rahul Gandhi gets invited. There's secret lunches going on, even when in public he is attacking the government of Mr. Modi for surrendering to China. This is the backstory. Now, we are not leading you to any conclusions. We are only bringing out certain facts. And when money is involved, Navika, it does become.
Questions need to be asked. And the reason we are asking these questions, Rahul, are because the MOU, according to our sources, is such a closely held document that even members of the CWC, the highest decision-making body of the Congress party, even members of the CWC haven't seen the MOU. Now, why have they not seen? What is in the MOU? These are questions this country needs to know, simply because there is a link of donorship, there is a link of regular meetings, there is a link of sponsoring India-China studies. You know, why all of this with the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, where the People's Republic of China as a government is putting money into the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, also into the Institute of Contemporary Studies also. All of this raises very curious questions.
Is that money was going to be taken from industry. Money is going to be taken from the People's Republic of China to form a corpus to do what? To further the understanding. We had just put that out. If we can go back to that document, to further the understanding between the peoples of India and China. Very noble cause is being espoused, but then you have a document that seems to suggest that we should go for a FTA arrangement with the Chinese, which subsequently we know was actually loaded against us. Now, which government would have done that?
We can look at the graphics of how the trade gap is widening between the two countries, and it's something today we are ruining, because actually, if we want to punish China economically, we are unable to do so simply because China is part of our supply chains in such a huge manner that disengagement at this level is turning out to be a huge headache for India.
Absolutely, an absolute nightmare. It will lead to great disruptions in various sectors, not least in the pharmaceutical sector, which is so critical at a time like this when we are all being assaulted by corona. Electronics, 70% of our